welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be tier ranking all of the books that I read in 2024. So I read 74 books, but there are 75 photos on here, so I don't know where the extra ones come from, but we'll work it out. And yeah, I just want to go through the tier list first. So I have Did Not Finish, Regret, so aka my 1-star books that I should have DNF'd a long time ago and not actually finished. I have Meh Moving On, so like 2-star books. 3-star books is Decent but Forgettable. 4-star-ish is Loved It. 5-star is Forever on My Shelf. And then the top tier, the gods level of books, is Life-Changing Masterpiece / Buying Every Edition. So let's go. Let's get to your ranking. And the first book that I have, these are all in order by the way, that I read them in. So the first book is Killing for Company, The Case of Dennis Nielsen. Did really enjoy this. I remember it quite well, but that's just because it's a psychology case, I think. But the way that it was gone about, absolutely loved it. So it's gonna go Love It. Then we have Wildfire. I'd say I remember a little bit about this book, but I am going to put it in Decent but Forgettable because I don't really remember that much about it and I much preferred Daydream. So yeah. The Castaways by Lucy Clark. Straight away, that is going to go into Life-Changing Masterpiece, Buying Every Edition, because I just loved it. I actually loved it. Secret Prison Governor is going to go in Decent but Forgettable because I don't really remember that much about it. I listened to that one on audio, I believe. The Origins of You, did not finish. Regret. Hated that book. Every second of it. Should have just DNF'd it. Daisy Darker. I don't know whether to put this one in God's tier or Forever on My Shelf. I think I'm going to go Forever on My Shelf because I did really enjoy Daisy Darker. Never going to get rid of it. But it's just not there. But I do think about it on a daily basis and I love that book so much. Can I just say also, The Castaways, think about it on a daily basis. Absolutely love that book. Would recommend it to anyone. It's a series as well on Paramount Plus, but I don't have Paramount Plus, so a little bit annoying. With This Kiss by Carrie Hope Fletcher. Love Carrie Hope Fletcher books, but I am going to put it in Decent but Forgettable because it wasn't my favourite. Shadow and Bone. Decent but Forgettable. Heartstopper. All of them are going in Loved It. I've got the whole 5 books here. I read them in order. They are all in Loved It. The 4th one was my favourite though. That was my favourite Heartstopper. Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Love this series. It's going to go in Loved It as well. Right, the next one. Can I reach out through there? No. Yellowface has got to go into Life-Changing Masterpiece and Buying Every Edition. I absolutely loved Yellowface. I say that, haven't actually got a physical copy of the book yet. Listened to it on audio, absolutely obsessed. I want to read it again this year in 2025. I want to read the physical book because I just loved it so much. Winnie the Pooh. I don't really know where to put it in Loved It, I guess. Britney Spears, The Woman That I Am, loved it. I'm going to put probably all of the non-fiction-y like biographies in Loved It. Not because they're that star rating, just because some of them I actually don't, the majority of them I don't have physical copies of. So like I'm not going to keep them forever, but yeah. Twisted Love. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge Twisted Love series fan. Twisted Love was my favourite, so that's going to go and Loved It. You Are Accused. I did really like that one. I do remember a lot about it. That was an audiobook that I listened to. Philosophy, did not finish. Regret. I should have DNF'd that one, but I didn't. Twisted Games can go in Decent but Forgettable. Welcome to America. I enjoyed that at the time, but I have no idea what it is about now. Jeanette McCurdy's book. Tom Felton's book. Strange Sally Diamond. Anyone that knows me knows that I do not shut up about this book. It is by Liz Nugget and it's just amazing. I absolutely loved it. It needs to go into masterpiece because I just love the writing. Again, I don't have a physical copy of that book. I really don't. I don't know why I don't, but I just don't because, yeah. I'm going to try and zoom out a little bit so I can see a bit more on my screen. Maybe once more. Because I actually can't see anything right now. There we go, that's a bit better. Okay, so Siege and Storm, which is part of the Shadow and Bone series. That's also going to go in Decent but Forgettable. Actually, no, to be honest, that's going to go in Meh, moving on, because I did not see a point in that book at all. What You're Looking For is in the library. That was a good book. I did really enjoy it. I remember what happened, but I don't really remember like the characters or anything like that. I don't really remember the story behind it. I just know that they go into the library, get given a little figure and they learn something. It's a good premise, I guess. Twisted Hate, Decent but Forgettable, Couple at the Table. It was good in the end, but I am going to put it in Meh, moving on, because it took me ages to get into it, to be honest. Twisted Lies, Decent but Forgettable. I Want to Die but I Don't Want to Be Together. That can go in Loved It because that's also like a personal story. Feelings. It was good. It was just a quick read. I'm just going to put it in Moving On because I don't know. The Wake Up Call. Masterpiece. Actually no, that can go on Forever on My Shelf. Absolutely love Beth O'Leary books. They're my favourite. That is my favourite book of hers yet. Absolutely loved it. Heartstopper of the Year book. I didn't really enjoy that, to be honest. I didn't really understand the point in it. I think it was just kind of a way to make a bit more money. Like, yeah. How to Save Money. That can go and Did Not Finish Regret. Ruin and Rising. This is part of the Shadow and Bone series. And it is, in my opinion, the best book. It made me cry. It was so good. I just loved it. When I think about that book, it brought me so many emotions and I loved it. And it makes me want to read Six of Crows right now. Loved it. Forever on My Shelf. I'm going to put it in Loved It. The Goddess Chronicle can go in Forever on My Shelf. I do remember quite a bit about it now, but it was so good. It was so emotional. That's making me want to move Ruin and Rising up. Ruin and Rising is going back up to Forever on My Shelf. Never Never Colleen Hoover, Decent but Forgettable. 30-Day Money Cleanse, Did Not Finish Regret. His and Hers, Alice Feeney. I thought really highly of this at the beginning, but I don't know how I feel about it now. I'm going to put it in Decent but Forgettable for now, because I actually don't know, can't remember what it was about. Doctor's Orders, loved that. That was Lucy Jones and can't remember, but they wrote that from when they were in Waitress, the musical. The Summer of Broken Rules, that can go in Loved It. I remember that so vividly. It was so amazing. Before the Coffee Gets Cold, should that go in Loved It as well? Yeah, let's just take the whole series. The Fixer Upper, DNF Regret, I think. Moving on. Let's put it on Moving On. The Teacher, Freida McFadden, Forever on My Shelf. Absolutely loved that book. Heartbones can go in Decent but Forgettable because it was kind of a similar premise to Summer of Broken Rules, and I just think Summer of Broken Rules is a little bit better. Oh, I can't see them again. Bridgerton, Viscount Who Loved Me. I'm going to stick in the 3-star one because it wasn't my favourite Bridgerton book yet. Hunger Games, Forever on My Shelf. Bridgerton, that should have been a DNF, to be honest. It's like it was a good book. It was just so long for what it was. I feel like they could have done a little YouTube video and it would have been fine. Sometimes I Lie, Alice Feeney can go and Loved It. Flawless, Elsie Silver, loved it. Not So Nice Guy, Iris Gray. Moving on, Hopeless series can go in. Loved it. I loved that whole series. It was amazing. Great. Absolutely great. Love Theoretically, Ali Hazelwood. I don't remember that much about that one now, so that one can go in decent but forgettable, but I know I really enjoyed it. Heartless by Elsie Silver. I'm literally going to do this in like 15 minutes, watch out. That can go in. Loved it. Oh, House of Baskerville, the short story, did not finish. DNF Regret. It was a short story. It took me about half an hour, but I don't remember anything. 9 Summers, that can go in. DNF Regret. Death Note. It's not forgettable, but I am going to put it in that category because it just didn't really... Maybe I'm going to put it in the 2-star category. It's not a 2-star book. I loved the storyline. It's just not for me. I'm Still Here. That one actually can go in Forever on Myself. I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made for Whiteness by Austin Channing Brown. That's going to be forever on my shelf. My Dark Vanessa. That can be on forever on my shelf. I love that book so much. Catching Fire, forever on my shelf. Bossy Mogul. That should have been a DNF. No. Normal People, Sally Rooney. I really enjoyed Normal People, Sally Rooney. It was so good. It was my first Sally Rooney book. What else do I need to say? Daydream, Hannah Grace. Hang on. This is going in Life-Changing Masterpiece because it was actually my favourite book in the whole series. Like, the jump from like Wildfire to Daydream, so amazing. Cruel Winter With You. Oh, that's why Merry Ever After's there twice. I can't delete that either. That's why I did only read 75 books. Cruel Winter With You. So I read this under the Mistletoe series. So Cruel Winter With You by Ali Hazelwood, Merry Ever After, Tessa Healy, All by My Elf, Olivia Dade, Merriment and Mayhem, Alexandra Belfleur, and then Only Santa's in the Building by Alexis Daria. I don't know where to put these. I really enjoyed them. Again, they're short stories. I don't remember a lot about them. I remember that the guys were a little bit toxic. So I'm kind of like, don't know where to put them. But I did really enjoy them. I'm going to put them in decent but forgettable. Apart from the first one, I think that was my favourite. So that one can go in loved it. And all the others can go in decent but forgettable. And then I have My December Darling by Lauren Asher. And I really enjoyed that one as well. That was my last read of 2024. And that one can go in loved it. But yeah, so... that is my finalised tier ranking of 2024 and all the books that I read. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again soon for a brand new video. Bye!